3, 2, 1. Okay, here we go. Hello, everybody, and welcome to episode 9 of Rush Hour. That is one more than 8. It's a lot of shows that we've had so far, so I'm excited. It's Tuesday. I'm joined by Subin. I'm joined by Moopy, and we have Grant back with us. Grant,
let's go, Grant.
It's so nice to have you back.
It's been a minute.
Yes. Subin.
Yes.
How was your New Year's?
Oh, man. Well, we're Eastern Europeans, so we always have a crazy New Year's party with the family. No Christmas, though. New Year's is our Christmas, so it's fun.
Very nice.
Moopy?
It was nice. I actually didn't have a party like we usually do every year. I kind of just chilled at home. I don't know. Everyone was doing their own thing this year. Not everyone was
nice
here. So
I was in Michigan for 2 weeks.
Yes.
2 weeks. It was a long time, but back now,
Finally.
and we're getting into it. So, Grant, is there anything you want to say about Christmas in 3 seconds?
It was good.
All right, moving in to the juicy bits right now. Obviously, roster moves have been the topic of discussion. We put our thread out on Reddit asking for people to submit their questions and topics, and a lot of people said, talk about this Kronovi Chicago move. So if you've been living under a rock and you're not sure what I'm talking about, Chicago has replaced Kronovi on G2, and Kronovi is now moving to the old FlyQuest squad, who is now Rogue. And, yeah, craziness. The roster shuffle has begun.
But it was kind of expected, right? We were talking about it before. We felt like there was no other option. If G2 was to make a move, and it's kind of time that they should, they either move Rizzo or Kronovi off of the roster. And then that kind of leaves them with needing a striker, someone that's going to put the ball in the net.
Yeah, and it's also last episode we literally talked about how Chicago, if he's going to move up, he can't go to NRG because Garrett said that they're not changing. He can't go to Cloud9. They just won the World Championships. They're not going to change, right? And then who else is – what's the third one? Oh, G2. Yeah. G2 is the only option. There it is.
And I mean, it's Kronovi, he had a good season. I think, he had a good season, at least for league play in the regionals. But Chicago has just been insane, especially at E-League. He played very well. At the World Championship in Vegas, he played really well. So this is an awesome move, I think, for G2. I think it makes sense for them. But I am also very eager to watch this new Rogue squad because Kronovi, I think, brings such an excellent mentality to teams that he's on. He is a true leader to me, and I don't think that the FlyQuest squad really had a leader of his caliber before. And he's coming in to replace Prime Thunder, who was a very young player. Kronovi has so much experience and so much success. I think it's going to be an awesome thing for them.
That raises a question, though. Who's going to be the leader on Rogue then? Because they've already got Wonder, who, I mean, judging by how he handled finding a new player, kicking one, then who's going to kind of have control over the team?
I wouldn't be surprised if Wonder still has that leadership or team ownership role where it's his team.
Yeah.
But I think what Kronovi is going to bring, because he is a natural leader and he's just such a solid, has such a solid mentality, is that he will bring work ethic to the team, and he will bring a level of seriousness and professionalism that is going to really help those guys out. And not only that, but it's Kronovi. When you clickbait YouTube videos, still Kronovi is one of those names that will help you with that clickbait. So Kronovi, not only is he just a solid player, I think, he's also bringing that whole other piece of value, which is being one of the biggest names in the game. I think Squishy Muffins has probably surpassed him at this point, but Kronovi is still one of the top streamers in our game.
Yep.
And if he chose to really chase after YouTube content, I think he could get back up there. But solid move. Chicago, though, he's just a great player. He just brings skill. And JNaps is going to, I think, there will be a new breath of life for JNaps, who has had the same team for so long. Now he's got a chance to have it mixed up.
What do you guys think that the adjustments both teams are going to have to make them gel more? Because as it is, I don't think they quite. I don't think they have perfect balance on the teams as far as aggression and defense. But they would have to make some slight tweaks to what their players are doing. What do you guys think?
Are you talking about G2?
G2 and Rogue, right?
Yeah, so Rogue, Rogue, I think you look at the player they're giving up, Prime Thunder. Prime Thunder has always been known for his insane shooting ability. Like, he can have those impact series. He had an impact series against Cloud9 in league play. But he has had a reputation of being a little bit inconsistent, and especially as Wonder put. I mean, Wonder wrote up a whole entire thing you should check out, and if you want to bring that up, Grant. But he posted this on his Twitter. New org, new roster, new future. He talks about this stuff in depth. He said that, my take on it, and just a TLDR, is, Prime, his specialty is in offense, and the play style that FlyQuest wants to go for, it didn't really fit with having AJ and Prime Thunder high-power offensive players on the same team. So they're going to, let him go and bring in Kronovi, who is, a huge name in the scene, and Kronovi also, I think he's willing to try to work in whatever role is required of him.
Yeah, but isn't Kronovi also an aggressive player?
I think he's an unpredictable player. I think he has tendencies to do things that are abnormal. Like, it's a little bit similar to Jacob.
Games, or not mind games, but he plays the other player, right?
Yes,
I would agree with that.
He tries to go for plays that are not typical plays. Like, he's not playing cookie cutter Rocket League. He'll turn sometimes that surprise you, go after things that surprise you. So I'm not sure. I'm not sure what this new Rogue dynamic is going to be like. So, but I think that they could be good. I think that they're a team that can challenge for top 4, especially now that EG has been crippled with Chicago being gone. That's a huge spot for somebody to come in and fill. So I think this Rogue team is a team that can make that run at that 4th spot.
I think personally what they're probably going to have to do, and something they probably should have done even when they had Prime, was have probably AJ try to be a little bit more passive, I think, and more defensive, just because they're right where they started. It's like they got a better Prime Thunder, to be honest. They're not going... I don't think that Kronovi is any more passive than Prime is. So if they're going for a player that's a little bit more defensive, I don't think Kronovi is the one. I think that AJ has the toolkit to actually do that for them and be a little bit more reserved in his play style. And I think that would work great. But as it is, it just feels like they're going to get the same thing. Like, they're going to be able to upset teams, but they're not going to have that consistency to make RLCS.
Yeah, I think the jury's out on them, but I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt. I think that Kronovi, he didn't get as much, like, even when he was on G2 and G2 was playing well, people didn't want to give him a lot of credit.
Yeah.
It was I think this is going to be a true test for him to come in here and prove that, hey, I might not play a standard style Rocket League all the time, but I'm still a top player. I'm a former world champion.
Right.
And he's going to put his nose to the grindstone and really work hard. And I think that might be the reason why they went with a player like Kronovi, is that they know he's serious about the game. They know he's seriously going to apply himself in every facet. So that's going to be what we'll have to watch, especially now with, like, the top 4. The big 3 are still up there.
Yeah.
Like, G2 becomes they stay in that big 3 with this move, especially. And now it's going to, like, I think this adds even more distance, because now the EG, which was that 4th team trying to get in, Chicago's gone. So
Right. Oh, that's going to be interesting.
Yeah. It's going to be a lot of fun. And then even for G2, I mean, we haven't even been talking as much about the dynamic there, but I see this team now going as, like, Rizzo again he'll stay back on defense, I would imagine, and just
I don't think he should, though.
You don't think he should?
No, because Crow was that really aggressive player, right? And now suddenly they went from a really aggressive player that does, like, these crazy things on offense to someone like Chicago, who I think is a little bit more patient, and he looks for an opportunity to jump in and actually score the play, stuff like that. He's much more consistent as a striker, but Crow was more in your face for the other team. So I think Rizzo will have to step up and be much more willing to aggress for Chicago to have his space that he really needs. Because with space, Chicago just puts the ball in every time. I've seen him do it, and he can't do it. So that's what he's there for.
I disagree.
What? Well, tell us why.
Tell us.
No, I mean, like, you want him to aggress so that, or you want Rizzo to aggress, right, so that Chicago can have space?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, like, I don't know. I feel like JNAPS and Chicago are going to be the ones to go in. And so, like, Rizzo's really good at creating opportunities for his teammates.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, yeah. So I think it makes more sense for him to be reserved, kind of like a tournament play style. Because then, like, look at Gimmick and Squishy. They're hard hitters. They're really good at making space and, like, scoring.
Oh, yeah, you could do that, too.
Yeah. And look at them. They're world champions. So.
Oh.
What?
I was in the picture-in-picture.
Oh.
Right up there in the corner.
I hate you.
Hey, man, chill out. But also, guys, one thing that I thought was pretty interesting, posted 4 hours ago to the subreddit, Kronovi said he found out he was being dropped from G2, but from a third party who told his girlfriend, as opposed to the org and his teammates. So that's maybe why. Yeah, here, let's.
Yeah, a bit.
I think he says it right here.
But it all stems from just like them not wanting to talk to me about it. Like, I didn't find out from them that they wanted to do some new stuff and that they thought it was just, you know, that some change was better. You know, I didn't find out from them. I found out from a third party who then told Kia, my girlfriend, who then told me.
So that's crazy.
Cold.
That's crazy. And we can continue to talk about that. We're going to shift into the next subject, which is roster rumors. So we're just going to talk about all these roster changes in general, and we can even talk more about this. We have a freestyle at the end of the show, which is where we have time to talk about everything that we want, anything that we want. So I saw somebody asking about Gold Rush 2019, why it's not on the schedule. The freestyle, we'll cover it there. Freestyle, we've got a lot of time set aside to talk about everything. But moving into the roster rumors, let's take a look. There is a website where if you're not familiar with this, you will want to become familiar with it. It is the Liquipedia rumors list, the latest rumors. It has everything. So that is liquipedia.net/Rocket League/rumors. And you can go look at these yourselves, bring it up. But it has a lot on here. One of them that is notable is Drippe from Chiefs to Evil Geniuses. It has a source here, and it lists this tweet from Torsauce as a source, and also has an inside source listed, and it's listed as likely. So this could be. You know, we alluded to, or we've talked about it multiple times on the show, cross-region roster moves.
And I kept saying how I don't think that it'll happen, and here we are.
Who knows? We're not there yet. Yeah. But Liquipedia listing this as likely, this would be insane because it would just, you know, what happens to the Chiefs? Because if Tainted Minds, I think Tainted Minds just released a tweet that they locked in their roster. I think that was on the subreddit. Yeah, it's Tainted Minds confirming roster. So I was thinking, oh,
who was it?
Tainted Minds confirmed their roster.
Okay.
I don't know if this is actually confirmation, but if that's the case, who are they going to pick up? And Drippe was the best player on the team, and now they don't have an option to steal somebody from Tainted Minds, or at least it doesn't appear that way.
Yeah.
So that is a huge hole to fill, and you have to wonder how Chiefs are going to bounce back from that.
I don't know enough about OCE to know all the players that could potentially be put into that roster, but I do know how Evil Geniuses is in NA, and so, you know, that's the perspective I can give.
But can you blame Drippe? Because we were talking about this last time. If he is making, you know, $1,500 a month on, and these are just random numbers I'm spitting out. I don't know what they actually make, but if they're making like $1,500 a month from an Australian org, and he has an offer to make $6,000 or $5,000 a month playing with EG, then it's a no-brainer. Like, you have to do that. Yeah. Because I think even if things fall through, he can always go back and get on a top OCE team.
It definitely looks like he's sacrificing. I think, I don't want people to take it the wrong way, but I feel like he's downgrading to a lower team for, like, better pay. Because Chiefs has consistently performed better than EG has at LAN and just in their respective region. It could be very well just for like the
But maybe this is his foot in the door in North America. Maybe this is just him wanting to come to a market that he can make a better living doing Rocket League. Because if EG doesn't work out, he's already in North America. He'll already have his visa and everything sorted out, assuming. So it would be much easier for him to then maybe transfer even to another RLCS team in North America potentially, it opens the door for him. It allows him to not only be shopping for OCE teams, but also North America teams. So I think it's a smart. I think if this happens, and again, these are rumors. Everything we're talking about pretty much for this is going to be rumors from Liquipedia. If we have a mod or Moopy, you want to post the link in chat that we're looking at. So we're just talking as if these rumors come true. It's listed as likely. And there's also Prime Thunder listed as possible to the peeps.
Yeah, I mean, I guess. Gyro has been changing how he plays, I feel.
I don't know.
And then right here, look at status.
What were you going to say, Movie?
I don't know.
This one, the one that I have a problem with is where is it? Okay. Like, I still feel like Yukio is a strong candidate for Dignitas. And there was a post or a clip from Violent Panda saying K-Dop's staying. I don't buy it. I don't buy it.
Yeah, it's strange.
Like, Kronovi says it. You don't know until you know. Like, players will tell you what the org wants them to tell you, right? Like, I feel like Scrub leaked it. It's in the works. It is happening. That's my opinion.
But see, what if that was, like, staged?
What if that was
or
jumping the gun?
scripted? Just to mess with everyone.
You think? I don't know.
That's free publicity for Scrub. I'm just saying.
I don't think Scrub's trying to get free publicity.
Well, what if it was?
It's Scrub, man. He wants subs.
It was just like them talking about it, like, oh, this could potentially happen, rather than, oh, it's already locked in. The Scrub and Yukio leak. What if it's not confirmed? It wasn't confirmed back then.
Yeah,
I think that could very be like.
I just feel like
could be likely.
I just feel like listing it as unlikely. I feel like it should be possible, at least, least. But there's some other interesting ones here. Possible K-Dop from Dignitas to Vitality. We talked about that before. We know Pashy's out at Vitality. And then there's some.
I've seen Pashy play with Siki in a tournament. Maybe Siki's coming
recently.
Back. Yeah.
That is a duo as old as time right there. They have been playing together. And so another one that's interesting is a lot to Mouse.
Yeah, it seems like Complexity is just falling apart.
Yeah.
Sucks.
It's listed as inside source. But that would be interesting. It looks like the rumor is that a lot would come in to replace Skyline. You've got, like, is a lot the best player that's available for Mouse?
I mean, there's one that says Magnus would go to Team Secret.
That is also a rumor.
I don't think
possible.
I don't think that a lot.
I think that'd be a good move.
For a lot or for Magnus?
For Magnus.
Oh, for Magnus. Yeah, sure. I mean, anything's better than what he got right now. But for a lot to go to Mouse, I don't think that replacing Skyline works at all. Like, they don't play anything alike. To be fair, though, not that many people even play like a lot. So,
all right, and also yes, there's somebody. Okay, Matrixify me says, I mean, rumors are rumors, but logic can be applied. Why would Dignitas break up the most successful team in the history of Rocket League? Why would K-Dop leave after winning 2 world championships? Don't look at me. Go back to the rumor. I'm reading. This is not a good shot. Come on. Why would he move to Vitality when they didn't even make LAN? Also, K-Dop and Ferry are both French players and have played together in smaller tournaments before. I just don't think K-Dop to Vitality rumor makes sense. Anyone else?
I think there's only 2 reasons why it could happen.
Yeah, we talked about this before. It's literally like, the results are results, but it's like if you have personal issues in between players, that's gonna make or break a team. Like, you really need trust and like. You need a good relationship with the team. Otherwise, it's not going to be. I can
honestly seeing it going either way, because I feel K-Dop has had success anywhere he's gone. Like, K-Dop is a phenomenal player.
He's not afraid of
missing
out.
I don't think when he thinks, like, if he's thinking about going somewhere, I think he's thinking about what's going to make him happy.
Yeah.
And I don't think he's necessarily thinking about, will I be good enough to make LAN?
Yeah,
because he
knows he's good enough to make LAN, and it's just a matter of, well, I think I got a better shot with these guys over these guys. They're both teams are in RLCS already as is.
Yeah.
So what does it matter to him? You know, like
I think that yes, they've won all those tournaments. Yeah, they've had great success, but K-Dop's probably at a point where he's like, I want to play with the people I want to play with, and if he wants to play with another French dude and toxic Scottish boy, which I love, then that's power to him. I think that roster could be incredible because Ferry has shown us how good he can be when he's playing to the peak of his ability. Scrub and Fairy Peak also in the Manfield 5K finishing. Well, I don't want to actually spoil. I don't want to spoil that for anybody, but yeah. Oh, narrowly avoided that spoiler.
I think that K-Dop knows things that we don't, as far as how well he plays with one team over another. I think that's the bottom line here. He knows what he knows, and there's no way we can see like the results he's gotten in like practice or tournament or scrims that would convince us. Yeah.
So this. There's a lot of rumors here, but the shuffle is for real, and hopefully, I want to see a lot. I want to see a lot of change. It's going to be fun.
Oh yeah.
One of the things that I thought was pretty interesting was somebody was saying that Chrome, Joro, and Jacob might be teaming for WSOE, I believe.
That makes
sense. Or
sense.
the World Series of Esports, which we'll talk about after this. Yeah, somebody on the subreddit posted it, roster news, Jacob teaming with Joro and Chrome for WSOE. Can we bring up the computer? Yes. So this is a screenshot of Twitch chat. Very small.
Very cool.
Enhance. All right. Chasen Rings, exclamation point, Team Nightbot said Jacob is playing with Jaro and Chrome and WSOE. Team name is undecided. Do you think that's the team name? Is undecided, or they have not decided on a name?
Might as well.
Wasn't Chrome going to play with NRG? It could still be just them trying each other out, you know?
Yeah, it's possible. It's possible. So that team, Jacob and Joro, if they want to continue to compete, they got relegated. Sizz obviously announced that he was going full-time content creator.
Yes.
So that was one of the roster moves.
I think that's fitting for him.
Yeah, I think that makes sense. He said he wants to go the Shroud route, try to just make content. So I'm excited to see what he's got. He's also a sub for Rogue, so if Kronovi breaks his arm or somebody breaks their arm, Sizz will be the guy to fill in.
Breaking an arm.
That's just what he said.
More
man.
likely to just be like,
Twitter.
oh, I can't do it. I'm not there.
I'm sick. Oh,
and I just want to say that Chrome said for WSOE they are teaming. Other than that, he cannot confirm.
Yeah, that makes sense. And honestly, I think they'll probably have better luck with this roster. I think it's a more balanced composition. With Chrome, like he's really
Chrome
good.
is in chat, and he said they are teaming, so he confirmed.
Oh, okay.
James. Literally just
You just said that?
Yes.
Well, I confirm your confirmation.
I confirm your confirmation.
All right, excellent.
I can also confirm that Chrome's in chat said they are teaming.
Thank you, Grant, for the triple confirmation. It's a triple blind.
I'm not going to confirm. I'm not sure yet.
But Chrome, he has been playing a lot of rank S. Like he has been grinding, and maybe this is his shot.
Perhaps.
Like if he said he was never going to play in the rival series again. So even if they do well at WSOE, will Chrome play? That's the question.
He'll
if he's
allow
still
it.
in chat,
He'll allow it if
But,
he thinks they're good enough.
yeah, I mean, why not, right? Why not give it a go? So keep your eye on that team as well. Let's see if there's any other roster rumors that we want to talk about. Yeah, I don't really see anything else really that we can.
Nothing spicy?
Just one thing. Like if Yukio, as you say, is likely to go to Dignitas, who would replace him? You know?
That's a good point to bring up. So if Yukio, like let's imagine, right now it's listed as unlikely, but let's imagine that Yukio goes to Dignitas from Flipside. K-Dop goes from Dignitas to Vitality. Pashy's out. Now there's a spot available on Flipside. Who would potentially fill that?
Mm-hmm. So
That's a good
there's the
question.
complexity guys, of course, but
Yeah,
I don't know.
there's like Greasy's an option, Pashy, but Cookser, Cookser could if this is the case, Cookser could surprise us and just pick up a person because that's kind of what happened with Yukio, right?
Yeah.
he had quite a rise.
Yeah, they just picked him up Cookser picked him up because he thought he was really good, and now he's just continued to improve
that's
and
so
improve
much
and improve.
like Cooks here. I don't think he cares about what others think about a player.
He cares what he thinks about the player.
Yes, he'll look at that player and go like, what do I see? What kind of
He's like
skills?
an Italian subbing.
Oh yeah, of course.
Except with much more talent.
Oh yes.
Yep.
But no, I'm with you on that. I think there's a wealth of players that are good in Europe. There was one player, I think Arju, who has Arju. Yep, I watched him play. I don't know, but he was a promotion into rank S in Europe. Yes. I honestly it's been awesome getting to watch 6-man games in the morning. Getting to learn about all these European players that I don't get a chance to watch much of because most of the Rocket League content I consume is RLCS, and then if it's not RLCS, it's North America. So I mean, there's players in Europe who are off their general radar, but people who are over in Europe, there's a lot of talent still rising up to the top. So I think if there's a team that could make a crazy move, it could be Flipside.
Yeah, they could surprise. And I think that Cookster is also the type of player who he can pick up literally anybody that's good and mold his play style to best fit the team to whatever he needs to. I feel like he has the freedom to do so with the fact that he's so ingrained into Flipside's team. They're never going to drop him. So he knows that he has the comfortability to mess around and try new things. So whoever they pick up, Cookster's going to take a month, 2 months before RLCS, really develop a completely new play style and make the team work. That's what's so crazy about him.
Yeah, and I love seeing that out of Cookser. And also the question is, would Cookser ever leave Flipside at some point? He has been green since the beginning.
Yeah,
he has been with Flipside literally
there's
since the
nobody else that has been with an org that long.
Yeah, it's been Cookser. Cookser has been on Flipside forever.
3 years now, almost 4.
Yeah, since before RLCS ever existed. So that's pretty nuts. Then Pashy, do we think Pashy is gonna go to anywhere? Because
I have no idea. I don't I don't know.
I think he's kind of used to getting knocked down and then having to get back up and scramble together.
Do you think he'll
team.
be able to get on a team from a roster move, or do you think he's going to go back and try to form a team to go in?
No. I think that he's going to have to try either get into an RLRS team, which I'm not sure that would happen, but I think he's probably going to have to go through the play-ins just because. This has happened, multiple times now where people think, oh, Pashy's dropped off again. And then he comes back with a new roster. And, he's done it before. I think he can do it again. He's got the mentality for it, and he has an eye for new players. So maybe he picks up Sicky and then some other player that he's been looking at.
Pashy and Sicky
Dude,
back together, get old school Crown
Sicky's
and Jewels
one of my
roster.
favorite players. Yeah.
Dude, and Sicky had, wasn't Sicky one of the victims of the Pashy
Yeah.
I have to find this picture of Pashy. Let me.
Where what was it? What was the team? It was Devo, right? Devo and Violent Panda were going to team with Sicky, and then Pashy just comes in and takes the roster from him. Wasn't that it? You don't remember.
There was, oh my God, I need to find it. I don't know if I can on such a spot, but yeah, basically it was just a pile of all the dead bodies that Pashy, it was just everyone's picture that he screwed through last second roster moves.
Yeah.
Pashy
I
has
think
done
I've
that
seen
so
it before.
many times.
I think back then
don't know
Sicky
where
was
to find
probably a little burned from that, but as time has gone by and Sicky's choices kind of diminish. Maybe he can let things go, stay in the past.
Pashy Rocket
I do remember the meme though.
Yeah, that's a bold search
What
right
was
there.
Was it Sicky with the players and he's like, "This is my team."
Yes.
And then Pashy comes in and he's like, "This is my team. I made this." Yeah.
All right, I don't know if we'll be able to find it.
Oh well,
That's okay.
I tried. I did my
I was gonna
best.
say, if it's not going to be that high up, it's not going to be down there. There's no way.
Yeah, that's so risky broadcasting a Google search
Yeah,
live on the
that too.
internet.
Oh, it's Fireburner.
All right, yeah, we're gonna just we'll find it later. We'll put it on the Twitter account.
Someone said there it is. I think they're. Wait,
there
really?
it is. I missed it. Did I really? It was the dead bodies.
Oh.
I don't think I did miss it.
You missed
Hey,
it.
multiple people are saying.
Everybody's saying it.
I don't think I did miss it. I think it was the wrong one. I think I saw what they were thinking was it, but it wasn't it. So, but yeah, we got 50.
Everybody's saying it, James.
Dude, no way. I didn't miss it.
I really can't tell if this is just troll or not.
Yeah, you know.
So far, 5 different people.
Even Kid
Except
Goose.
the first two
Even
people
Kid
that said
Goose.
it,
I've
which
never
were
seen
pretty
Kid
fast.
Goose lie.
Yeah, I mean, I
Dude,
feel like
this
Kid
is
Goose
so, yeah. All right,
may
you
or
just
may
keep-
not.
don't
He
do it
said
for
I would
memes.
donate if I ate the broccoli, and he donated.
Oh,
You're not
I
wrong.
did. I missed it. Oh, I found it. I
there
found
it is.
All right, here we go.
Okay, put it up.
There we go.
Zoom, zoom, zoom. Enhance. Some time ago.
Oh, gee whiz, Pashy, where are we going? Oh, you'll see. That's K-Dop.
Tarex even.
What
Oh,
the?
man.
This is old. But, yeah, Pashy's got a reputation.
I think he's put that aside. You know, he said he would be different, and I don't think he's done that ever since.
This is great. Okay, all right. Next topic, World Series of Esports. There is, it kind of got leaked before it was officially announced. World Series of Esports running a Rocket League event. They actually just, at 5:13 p.m. today, announced the qualifier for the Rocket League Showdown. North American teams have until 7 a.m. Pacific on Saturday to register. Europeans have until 2 p.m. GMT to register. So it's official. It's out there. It's happening. I also believe there was some teams that were invited. Yeah, iIgnite confirms the obvious. North American EU teams invited are NRG, Cloud9, Dignitas, and Weedem Girls. The top 4 from E-League, it looks like they decided to invite. And, yeah, it's apparently happening. I haven't heard much about it other than what has been posted on the subreddit. I don't know. I'm interested to see how they pull this all together. It seems like I think didn't Axel Toss post the qualifier and then take it down. I might be back up again.
I'm not sure. I don't really know much about it, to be honest. But is it open qualifier or all invite?
It looks like it is an open qualifier.
Yeah.
Attendees. So if we want to register, we can.
Gold Rush.
So are we doing this?
Gold Rush is going to be
Let's
there,
do
boys.
it. Tournament administrators. Yep, Axel Toss right
You're
here.
subbing James Grant sub.
I'm not subbing. I'm a starter.
I
Register.
said me subbing. James Grant is subbing.
Yes.
It's not my fault. Subbing's name is subbing.
I've played collegiate Rocket League with Grant. He he was ranked gold, like what was it, gold 2 or something,
2.
in season 1 1v1s, and that's it. And when we were playing in collegiate, we literally went up against like the best West Coast team. And at one point, I mean, we got wrecked. But at one point, Grant, off of kickoff, literally dunks all 3 of them for a goal, and literally that made the whole entire tournament worth it, to be honest. I hope
Very
they
nice
remember
guy.
that.
Jesus Christ.
But this one is going to be fun. WSOE, they've had some good events in the past, as we can see here from their Twitter. Oh, yeah. Is this H1Z? What is this? Fortnite. Okay, it's Fortnite. Yeah, definitely not H1Z1. But, I mean, look at the production quality. If we can get this for Rocket League, this is a big production.
Wow.
Yeah, so this will be coming up supposedly at the end of the month. Does it tell you? Does it say what time that everything's going down? The qualifiers, or like the actual live event? I wonder if it tells. Venue online. Yeah, so I don't know if there's actual dates assigned to the LAN. What are you laughing at over there?
Kid Goose said, Grant deserves a starting role. What the fuck? And then I was like, my bad. And he was like, Grant, me, you, and Broccoli. Let's go.
There is a
Dream
player
team.
named Broccoli, actually.
Oh, really?
There is.
I've seen him. I've played against him.
Yeah, he DM'd me to be on our team when we
Really?
teamed. Yeah.
There you go.
Oh.
But like,
Oh, I think I know him. It's not
Yeah.
spelled like broccoli, though.
no, it's like BROCLI.
Yeah, it's
I don't know
spelled
if
like
he still
broccoli.
plays.
It's a little different.
Ah, okay. I think I remember him. Yeah.
But I mean,
Poaching
it
players.
looks like we are potentially on track for a live event once every month, if this happens before the end
Wow.
of January.
That would be.
But like when is the LAN is what my question is. When is the LAN?
True. I need more info.
I need.
There's
more
always
info
no
too.
goddamn info.
I think so many.
It's got to be at
this is
least at soonest 2 weeks after.
So
2
many,
weeks after
so
the
many
12th.
esports have the problem of having events and no information anywhere.
This is just like Gold Rush
Do you
3.
guys know when the next Astro tournament is? Oh.
I don't.
Like every
Did you
Astro
just
tournament.
diss Gold Rush on the Gold
wait.
Rush stream?
Wait, Fireburner says it's the last weekend of January, pretty sure. But how do you know
Last
that?
weekend of January so it's basically the 26th.
Where
the
do you find
27th.
this
That's
info?
that's what I would guess too. Normally they want to book things at least 2 weeks out. So if it ends on if it ends on the 12th,
Yeah.
2 weeks out, yeah, that makes sense.
Okay.
Let's go, Burner.
Fireburner, thank you so much.
Thank you, Fireburger.
I think my
Fireburner.
internet went out again. God damn it. Why does
What?
this keep happening to me?
It's the Wi-Fi.
That's okay.
It's my Nighthawk router. My Nighthawk router, ever since I got fiber, has just been crashing randomly.
Oh.
Really?
Yeah.
I also
the
have
stream
a
is still
Nighthawk.
up, right?
The stream is still up because I have the computer plugged directly into the AT&T router. My Nighthawk is just functioning as an access point, so I don't know why it's still crashing. It sucks, but whatever. Next topic. Moving on. TSM. TSM picked up the Weedem Girl roster. The E-League champions. TSM getting involved in the scene.
Nice.
That was pretty hype. That was an awesome announcement. iIgnite,
What a clutch.
Remco, Metzenaris getting that organization. That is big news for Rocket League. But, you know, what are you guys' takes on that? I want to know your thoughts.
Okay, I just want to say, at Gold Rush 2, when Metzenaris told us, hey, someone's going to sign us, right? I didn't know his complexity yet at all, right? I was like, dude, TSM. I really want Metzenaris to be on TSM, right? And then that didn't happen. I was very sad.
Oh, okay.
However, since Weedem Girls plays so high in RLCS and then won E-League, I was like, dude, if TSM's going to enter Rocket League, it's going to be now, and he's going to pick up Metzenaris, like I said. And they did, and I was so excited, and I was so happy about it. Good shit, Metzenaris.
So you got predictions for any future LCS or orgs? Or
Well,
what's up?
NIP said expect the unexpected. I don't know who the hell they're going to pick up. Maybe I was thinking maybe Savage or something, but I don't know how they're going to do in RLCS. I feel like they would wait more, but since they're already saying something this early, I feel like it's going to be an existent team.
They're pretty good. I wouldn't be surprised, to be honest.
Who knows?
Yeah. But
Expect the unexpected, though.
But what?
okay, so I
do you
should
guys
expect
think?
it not to happen.
What do you so what do you think though? I mean, overall, this is great news for Rocket League, TSM getting involved. But I also think it can mean quite a few things, right? It can mean that TSM talked with Psyonix and they liked what Psyonix was telling them and decided to get involved. It could just be excellent opportunity. It's so rare in Rocket League to have a team that's a major champion that doesn't have an org, so they didn't have to buy out Weedem Girls. Like a lot of times, what you'll see is rosters will have to get bought out, but this was a chance for TSM to get in pretty cheap. But I don't think TSM's an org that really cares too much about the entry of getting into a game
I don't know.
like Rocket League.
It seemed like the stars aligned because for Iris, as we all know, they're going to pick up Lachino, Squishy, and Torment, and then they didn't. So
TSM?
yeah,
I don't
remember that?
I believe I heard people talking about it, but I didn't know how
pretty
real
much
it was.
everybody was like, "Oh yeah, it's happening," and
then they just didn't make it.
So I think in this situation, you're right. Like they don't have a buyout price, and they're literally the best team, currently speaking. But as far as like smaller team or not as good teams, I don't know. Like it could be that it's getting really good at the top. It's getting better for the top teams, and perhaps eventually it'll get a little bit better for the mid and lower tier orgs.
Yeah, and hopefully what this is a sign that Psyonix is really starting to build confidence in these major orgs.
Yeah.
But I also think it's like a ticking time bomb because if TSM and Cloud9, if they both exit the scene in the same year, like same season, at the same time, then that would be really bad optics for Rocket League in general. So I think, like, now that they're here, we have to keep them happy. Like, we got to keep them happy.
It's true. No, it's totally true. I'm definitely hoping Psyonix sees, that what they do actually impacts the orgs and their decision to stay in Rocket League. It's not just, we have a good game and it'll stay forever and we have no problems. We just have to worry about the consumers.
And Psyonix promised that pilot of game items by the Season 7 World Championship. So we will see something. Yeah. So maybe it's no coincidence that TSM's deciding to get involved now. They pick up a good team. We're seeing the possibility, or like we already saw that Psyonix said they are going to do a pilot. What that pilot is and what it's going to look like, nobody knows. Nobody has any ideas.
It's going to be antennas for all we know.
Antennas? I mean, I would be shocked if it was just antennas.
Yeah, it would be
if they made us wait that long and it was antennas.
I think you'd hear the loudest
Everyone would
sigh
cry.
in the world.
I think my head might actually
decals
explode.
I say decals or stickers.
Stickers?
Stickers on your car, that'd be nice.
I feel like, stickers
nice.
would be, I am with you. I am
Thank
all
you.
about
What?
stickers.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
Dude,
Stickers?
yes.
Stickers, dude.
Stickers.
We have
It's a
10
new item.
seconds
It's a
left.
new. It's
Hey,
a new tab.
We will talk about that in the freestyle because I'm 110% with Moopy on this
Thank
one.
you.
Here we are.
Stickers,
This is the
Thank you. All
freestyle.
right, wait.
Genius
Oh,
idea.
yeah.
Here's the
wait,
freestyle.
wait.
I gotta
wait,
intro
wait.
it. I gotta
Stickers
intro it. I've gotta intro
Stickers
it.
suck.
Shut up.
All right. Welcome to the freestyle where we can talk about whatever we want. Right now, I think we might be talking about stickers, but we're going to be covering Gold Rush in 2019 as well as any topics brought up by chat. This will be a segment that we do interact with Twitch chat a little bit more than usual. Normally, we completely ignore you to the best of our abilities, but now feel free to get involved at JamesBot because I'm the one or Moopy because then it'll highlight us in red.
Let's go. No,
or
just
Subbin.
just me or
Subbin
Subway
RL.
Eaton, Subbin RL.
or me
Awesome.
or Grant.
You can contact me at nowhere, but I'll listen.
Stickers are ass.
K-Dop said that on his stream last week, the leak was about a 2v2 tournament that he was planning to do with Violent Panda, but instead he'll do it with Fairy. The way he announced it was odd and nobody believed him. That's his current version. That sounds like a load of bullshit to me, so I will not choose to believe that version of the story. James Bott, it's come to my attention. Gold Rush GG actually placed top 5 in a recent poll for community orgs of 2018. That's exciting.
Wait, what?
But why are we fourth? I refuse to acknowledge the results of that until we are number 1. Who is number 1? Liquipedia? All right, that's pretty legit. Yeah, they're definitely more legit. But we can. Do you guys want to keep talking about those stickers?
Yes, we're going to talk about stickers.
I think stickers suck.
I
The
think you
reason
suck.
why you're completely wrong is that people love customization in Rocket League. And with stickers, if you can customize where you're putting stickers, it opens up a 100% unique layout that you can have on your car.
You can put it on the hood. You can
100%
put it on the side.
How big are they going to be?
You can probably, I don't know, either
would-
you can adjust the size a little bit,
I would
or
imagine
it's
that
just
you
default.
could just like make like I would hope that you could just place shrink it, rotate it, put it wherever you want.
Exactly.
Think
That's
the
exactly
cars,
how I want it to
I don't
be.
think the car bodies have nearly enough surfaces to look good.
I don't think you should be talking because your opinion is awful right now.
What are you talking about? You could put a logo on the roof of your car.
Yeah, what are you
That would
talking
look
about?
so
On
bad.
the side?
The lone wolf
It's
decal
up
is
to the
literally
player.
Yeah, but that's not a sticker.
If it was up to the player, that'd
A
be cool.
sticker
Like,
could
sure,
look-
it can look ugly. Who the fucking... You know how ugly you can make your car in Rocket League right now?
No.
You're not complaining about that? No, it's a fucking
A
sticker.
sticker
Subbin.
is a smart
It's a
idea.
sticker. You don't need to get them because you're not a true fan.
I think that
I
we
would
have
get a
stickers.
Cloud9
Here's what
sticker.
I'm
I'd
with
get a
if we're
TSM
gonna get
sticker.
stickers,
I'd get an NRG
If we're
sticker.
gonna get stickers,
I
that
wanna put
means
them
that
fucking
some
everywhere.
other better idea is gonna be
Like
going
decals.
Like what?
This is a pilot. We're talking about a pilot here. I said stickers for the pilot. That would be nice. Decals for the pilot. That would also be
I
nice. In the
love
future, there's probably going to
stickers.
be more shit. I also love stickers.
Can you
I have
imagine
like 4 stickers on my
let's just steal it
USPS
straight from
in
Counter-Strike. Yeah,
Like,
let's just steal
fuck
it. You can
Let's
have
go.
the player
I don't like
signatures.
how it is in
Whoopi, yeah, let's-
Counter-Strike either. I don't like how it is in Counter-Strike either.
God,
I wanted to point at you,
Subin
but-
has such bad opinions sometimes.
Honestly,
Here's what I'm thinking. I'm
this
just
is
thinking
like,
of that.
This is like when
Every
you said
time-
Pesci was going to be the MVP of
Every
RLCS.
time,
Yeah,
every time I
fucking
pick
shut
up
I'm
someone's
sorry.
gun in Counter-Strike with stickers on it, I'm like, you just ruined this gun.
No.
Why?
No, you're dumb.
They ruin the design that the artist put in to like
You're
make the
so
gun look
dumb.
good.
No. They complement
They
the
don't
skins
compliment
well.
anything.
That's because you don't know how to fucking make things match.
I don't place it. Other people
you
do.
don't even play CS, so then why are you even
Wait,
talking?
yeah, I do.
All right, hey, all right, Grant. We're not going to use the nameplate anymore because it ducks the audio. I messed up the configuration. I have to go back and change it.
Okay.
So whoopsie daisy. Hopefully that's not
Oopsies.
too annoying for you podcast listeners. But but yeah, no, the stickers is actually a genius idea. I think it would definitely have to be capped out at like 3 stickers for your car, or
It
like
would have to
like
be
it would have
capped.
to be capped out.
Yeah.
But it would be a great way to get players directly having profit sharing in the game, because you could do those signatures just like Counter-Strike. Do that. That's, I think, a very, very smart move. But else on the freestyle, I also want to take a moment to talk a bit about Gold Rush in 2019 and some of the things that we want to achieve in this new year. Obviously, Gold Rush 3 is something we want to do. We want to do Gold Rush 3. And we're in talks and trying to get that sorted out. And I feel that there's a good chance that Gold Rush 3 can happen. It's not guaranteed. We've got to do a lot of work, but we want to make it happen. Worst case scenario, I think, what we want to do could be picked up by somebody else, and someone else could do it eventually. But I think we'll be able to execute a Gold Rush 3, hopefully, if things go well. But the thing that's new is we also want to start getting involved more in the community. So, look for us to run, like we did West Coast, Best Coast tournament, which was a it was a US West default server tournament. Nobody's really doing those. So
When was this?
This was a while back. This
Was it
a,
Smash GG or not?
this
Smash,
was on Smash GG.
What was the?
Shogun played in it. Lawler played in it.
Oh.
It was a fun time. But we have plans to be more involved in the community in 2019, or at least attempt. We want to do more stuff. Like, we're here every Tuesday doing this in person for Rush Hour. Maybe we can do more cool stuff, and we're gonna give it a go and see how it works out. As long as I'm in California, which hopefully I will be, because if I'm not, it means I probably have been fired. But yeah, no, we are excited to continue to push the ball. We feel like we've got a lot of room to innovate and get more involved, so we're going to be doing that. But that's all I wanted to say on Gold Rush 2019.
I just want to say, I said whoever wants Gold Rush 3, press 1 in the chat. Everyone's spamming.
Yeah,
one.
that's,
of course.
Corelli-
Corelli put 2.
Of course,
All right, Corelli, I see you.
You're not invited.
So if Gold Rush 3 happens, it probably won't be till later, because obviously we've already got majors. So if it happens, I'm thinking usually RLCS ends in like June. So hopefully it could take place in like shortly after the World Championship, maybe. Like maybe it's a cool off period.
I think we're gonna have to keep in mind.
We'll see.
It'll be like summer for RLCS players.
Yeah, we probably have to keep
Literally.
in mind though, like as we have more events and everything. This happened in like other esports where you kind of start realizing that the players can't go to everything.
Yeah.
So we're gonna have to think about
If that becomes the case, maybe we do something else. I don't know, but we're certainly not there yet. As Rocket League, that we don't have that many majors. Like Counter-Strike became so filled.
Yeah.
And it's the Valve games, because the Valve games, they don't require licenses to operate tournaments. You have a free reign. Like if I wanted to go run a $1 billion tournament, then I could do that. You can't do that with Rocket League. If you want to run a tournament outside community guidelines, you have to obtain a license and go through psionics, which inherently is going to reduce the number of events that take place, because you can't have like a Keemstar come in and just run a tournament because he wants to, So, yeah, so that's 2019. Is there anything you guys want to talk about in the freestyle before we go back, touch on topics, or start going through chat to get some ideas?
I don't know. When is the next season starting?
Do you guys think the Switch version of the game getting fixed would grow the scene? Dude, I was talking to an engineer before the Switch version ever came out, an engineer at Sonics. I'm like, whatever you do, please just make sure the game doesn't have input lag. And, like, it just has so much input lag. The Switch version has so much input lag.
It is absolutely disgusting. I don't know why anyone would play that. I'm sorry.
Well, my understanding of what's happening is that Rocket League, the game that was ported over to Switch, it's basically VSync is forced always on. That's this, like, you go back, you try to look for a VSync option in Switch, you can't find it.
Oh my god.
So VSync is a setting that adds input lag because it's holding frames back to ensure that you're getting a constant 60 frames.
Is that because, like, any game that's on Switch needs to make sure it looks really nice and all that?
Yes, it's a Nintendo requirement. But, like, I play Smash, and I don't feel like there's a lot of input lag in Smash.
Just a tiny bit.
Is there a little bit?
I think so.
I'm not good enough at Smash to know. I'm not good enough at Smash to know. But I cannot enjoy Rocket League on the Switch because of the input lag. Like, I'll try to play it and I really can't. So
yeah,
it's definitely unfortunate. I hope that there's something that can be done to address it, because I remember Xbox, when it was first ported over, had the same problem. Like, there was so much input lag on Xbox. Now I can go and play it, and I don't really notice it as much. Like, there's still some because it's console. But compared to Switch is just, it's unplayable for me personally.
Like, I literally could not aerial properly. Like, I couldn't even hit the ball when it was on the ground. I would just miss because it's so bad.
My roommate had it on Xbox, though, and I actually had the same issue where I literally could not do anything off the ground at all. So maybe if you guys aren't experiencing that with Xbox, maybe it's like a TV issue or something.
I mean, I play on my gaming monitor.
Oh, on your monitor?
So I have every single console, and I can play it on a gaming monitor. But even just the handheld version, like even just playing with it like this, there's just too much input lag for me.
Okay.
Like, I can't. Like, I'll try to overcorrect all the time in the air. Feel like a flopping fish.
Yeah.
All right. Kid Goose also said, "What do you think about Keemstar trying to run an RL tourney?" Like he said, I don't know anything about Keemstar. I really don't.
Let me educate you.
Yeah? Do you know?
I mean, I know Keemstar, yeah.
All I know is that
friends, right?
LeafX felt very strongly about it, and if LeafX has a problem with somebody or something, then they probably messed up.
He's done some things that are very questionable.
Right.
I don't know. I don't really pay attention to the guy.
Yeah, so I have no opinion on that, Kid Goose. I'm not educated on the subject, so no opinion here. Dexy says, not sure if you guys saw that I posted this before, but Sam and OCE have a team invited to the World Series of Esports LAN. This is the first South American team that's playing on an international LAN. That is huge news. Do we know what team it is, or do we just know the region will be getting the invite? Or is it up for... Or like, yeah, who got invited? That's awesome. That's crazy. Exotic says, rumor that Fnatic is trying to pick up a new RLCS roster as well. Thoughts? That makes sense to me. I think Fnatic is a premier organization. The Fnatic Rocket League team has struggled and struggled and struggled. So I think that makes a lot of sense to me that Fnatic would be looking to acquire a new team.
It got a lot worse with Mummy Snow. Like, he was not a good fit at all.
Yeah, he's not a bad player, but like you said, it just didn't seem like a good fit.
Yeah.
But let me I want to bring up.
Dexy said the tops team in South America is Erodium.
Erodium? Who's on that team? Do we know? I can't wait to see him. Connor Phillips says, do you think Psyonix will have to increase the size of their company or staff soon? They always pull the small indie company card when they talk about updates and implementing changes to the game. I think if they continue to stay small, they'll handicap the growth of the game and the esports scene as a whole. Yeah, this is a conundrum, right? Like, if they stay small, there's a guarantee that they will be around for the long haul. If they staff up too quickly and they develop all these updates, if those updates and what they're working doesn't prove positive, like have positive returns for the investments they made in personnel, then they could go under as a company. Like we've seen that happen at Daybreak, where Daybreak had all those engineers, they had to let people go. I don't know if it's the same exact situation, but they've Psyonix has said before they just don't want to grow too big to where there's a danger that they could run out of gas in the tank.
But I think they've got a problem, and that's the fact that they have become not so much a tiny indie developer, but they're the next step up. But now they're not making games. Like they're just maintaining Rocket League
for
now.
all we know, like there was interviews where they talked about where Dave said, or I believe it was Dave or Jeremy, where they said, we have 10 engineers or so always working on the next project. Like Rocket League was that. Before Rocket League, they were doing third-party work on games like XCOM and Gears of War and random
Mass
stuff.
Effect or something?
Yeah, lots of different games. But they said like Rocket League was one of the projects that a few engineers were working on. They could very well be doing that. There could be there could be more people doing that, working on the next game, and we don't know about it. It would definitely be top secret. I don't think anyone would really know, but
I think they should, because they can't just.
I think it's important for them to, like, if they can get another big game or another successful game, then I think they'd be willing to take more risks with Rocket League because all their eggs aren't in one basket, so to speak, because Psyonix does seem to, like, their eggs are all in one basket, right? They've got Rocket League. That's it. So if Rocket League goes under, Psyonix is going to struggle. So, but it does, like, the point that was being made is they don't have enough personnel as, like, they don't have the same amount as Riot, so we'll not see crazy esports things on the level that Riot's done just because Psyonix is not growing to that level.
I think that whatever it is they do come up with next, if they are working on something or do have plans, I think whatever it will be, it'll be better than their past games, because they didn't really have anything worth mentioning until Rocket League came out, and that was because it was mostly games that were very restricted by their publishers, and I kind of looked at the other stuff they had. And it just wasn't that great because it was rushed. Like, they were very heavily put on deadlines, and they didn't have that much creative freedom just because of it. With Rocket League, since it was like a little side project, it really came to fruition as really what they wanted. And since now they have Rocket League that's making them money, they could do the same thing to their next title and just slowly work away on it for like the next 5 years.
Yeah.
And then
Psyonix is, from my experience with them, is they are not a company that makes rash decisions. They don't move, like, a lot of times they're not the quickest movers because they always want to make the right decision, and even if that takes a long time, right? Like they made a lot of very good decisions to get the game to a spot where it is now. Like, it has been a series of strategic choices that has allowed them to succeed, but the things that have helped them get here also are things that make it frustrating as a player of the game, where we want constant new things being implemented. We want new esports features and a lot of stuff that takes a lot of time that doesn't necessarily provide instant return on investment. Like, all these esports features that we want, how is that really going to make them money? Like, it costs hundreds of thousands of dollars a month to keep a studio running, and if they're going to make something, that what they make needs to make them money, and a lot of times esports features that we want and things that we want are not things that make the money. Like, it's the things that make money are rocket pass, and keys, which
I mean, they've got a constant source now. Maybe they're going to start feeling a little bit more stable. I mean, before Rocket Pass, maybe they just never felt like they had a stable source of income that continually like gives them back what they put in. With the crates, it was like they probably made a pretty decent amount, like when they first released. But as time went on, they were probably like, you know what, this isn't really.
But, I mean, we've touched on this too. Is like that China, man. China's the key. China.
No violent games.
China is the key. So we'll wait and see how the China situation pans out. But that could have long-lasting positive effects on us if that goes well. But another question that came in, where was it? It was Razor. He said, do you ever see Psyonix getting bought out? I think like honestly one of the groups I was wondering if it's possible would be like Disney. Imagine if Disney bought up. Disney
God.
owns ESPN. Disney owns a lot of stuff. You know, imagine Disney buying them. We get a Rocket League cartoon.
No.
It's going to be on ESPN. We're going to get
The cartoon. Just,
Okay.
Could
Just
you
skip the cartoon part. and
Could
it's
you
fine.
imagine the level of censorship like the community would have, and like
That's
we would
true.
not
It
be
would
able
be-
to say
You wouldn't
anything.
even be able to say what a save
We
it
That
wouldn't
is
have
probably
this
true.
show. We would not have
Yeah,
this
we would
show
get-
at all.
Nope.
That would be so
Hell.
bad.
we got a cease and desist. Who knows?
Hey,
it was
we
just an
might get
idea.
better
Okay,
service.
give me a
Well,
break.
either
We might
way,
get
either
better
the,
service,
the
though.
show wouldn't exist or it'd be even better.
All right. Well, that's
Because it would be all like Disney doing it. Oh no.
Yeah, Kid Goose, a Rocket League anime.
a Rocket League.
That's gonna be up next.
Let's
Well,
do it.
this hour went by very fast.
Damn.
We're already
it
at
always
the end.
does.
We're already at the
Oh,
end.
wow.
So we've got 30 seconds left. Grant, Sub, and Moopy, you guys have anything you want to say?
If they add stickers, I need them to add the coexist bumper sticker so that
Oh,
I can
God.
put that everywhere.
Oh
on my car.
my God,
God
no, that's
damn.
very cliche.
I just want to
Would
say.
you actually use it or just make fun of it?
Oh no, I would 100%.
We're running
use
out
it.
of time. Moopy, what did you have to
I
say?
just want to say that Dapper came in chat to flex on me because he beat me in a 1v1.
I don't think he's even flexing. He probably just like, yeah, I beat him because obviously I'm Dapper. He's Moopy, of course.
That's exactly.
That's the way it's going to go
That's
down.
exactly how it's gonna go down.
But thank you, everybody, for coming out. This was the 9th edition of Rush Hour, presented by Gold Rush GG, powered by Rival Esports. This was a fun show, and we will be back next Tuesday, same time, 7:30 Pacific. Hopefully there will be more juicy roster moves, more juicy things for us to talk about. So if you guys are interested in that, again, next week, Tuesday, 7:30, right here on twitch.tv/GoldRushGG. I'm James Bond. I enjoyed you guys watching and listening. We will see you next week.
Boom.
And that's for the podcast. So
Yeah.
we can stick around and talk to
Dude,
Twitch chat. Twitch
the
chat's
next one is
probably
going to be number
freaking out.
10.
What's up?
Number 10.
What's number 10?
The next
Episode.
one.
Number 10. That's right.
Wow.
We're getting into the double D's, which is the double
Oh, okay.
digits. The double
Let's
digits.
go.
That's what I mean.
Wow.
All right. Let's see. Any last questions here in chat? We're going to chill and chat real quick. See if anybody has. I think we covered pretty much every topic except
Yeah.
Manfield 5K, which I did not watch the finals. I followed that on Reddit. I did not watch the finals. And also, I didn't really want to spoil it for people because I saw that, one dude was attacked in our thread for spoiling, so I didn't want to spoil.
Laz says, if Rocket League was a Disney show, then what would be the roles? The Octane is going to be the protagonist for sure, but what else are we working with?
Oh, dude, you know that the Grog is the frickin'
the Grog!
yeah, the Grog's the antagonist
Dude,
in that.
and the Dominus would obviously be like the right-hand man of the Octane.
Yeah,
You
oh,
know,
yeah.
their best
Batmobile would be the
friends.
cool kid.
And then like the slow friend would
Yo,
be the Merc.
And then the Zippy would be like, not the
big
Zippy,
dude.
the
Zippy would be a
Scarab.
female.
The
Or the
Scarab would
Scarab.
be comic relief.
Yeah, no, I think
That'd be the fucking weird kid. That's hella funny.
Oh, God.
I think the Scarab could be the female.
No.
like the-
yeah.
The
Like have
romantic
a bow.
female or just the female?
I just,
There has to be romantic.
Oh, man.
I could also see like one of the Paladin being an evil car.
Oh, yeah. Like
All right.
those jagged shapes, like, can't trust them.
Okay, enough about this. The Strangest Stranger says, do you guys want to speculate who'd fit best in the EG roster, assuming Corrupted and Classics are staying together?
EG.
Well, I don't doubt that
Thing
they're
is-
staying together because if they're not, they're out of RLCS, and that would suck.
Yeah, they definitely
both
will be
wanna
sticking
stay
together.
in.
They
Like,
need
Brick,
to.
obviously.
They need someone that finishes opportunities that Corrupted G creates. That's what I think. They need
I
a
don't know.
striker.
Whoever they need striker, yeah.
Yeah.
They need like a hard striker.
There's not that many, I feel, good
Drip A is a hard
strikers
striker,
in
man. Drip
Yeah,
A,
that's good.
he
That
is
would
a
be
hard
perfect.
striker.
That would be perfect.
Tapper, please.
Nah, Razor. Leth
Someone said
Leth is
Leth.
way too aggressive
That
as a
isn't
striker.
leading goes probably.
Like, I think they need a striker, yes, but they need a striker that's willing to give Corrupted G a space because he's really aggressive. So it'd be best if they had someone that is actually waiting a little bit and a little bit more patient and puts in the opportunities that he creates. Not someone like Leth who just goes and contests and tries to score
Oh
himself.
shoot! Kid Goose just donated 1,000 bits.
Oh
he
my
says,
God.
Grant, I'll talk to Team Liquid and see if they'll sign us
Oh
tomorrow.
my God!
Do
Jeez,
that.
Kid Goose.
Do that.
All right, I told him I'd do this.
I'll bring out my A game.
The Dunk King.
Dunking on these fools.
All right, keep talking to chat.
Oh God. Next 8, Phoenix Infinity Reborn. Oh my gosh. Team Liquid. Oh yeah, Team Liquid isn't even in Rocket League. Do you think that the orgs have picked players that kind of fit the personality? If you know what I mean? Like
What?
Cloud9 has in all of their games, they're very good with social media and the brand, right? And so I think it's fitting for Squishy to be part of an organization like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm just talking out my ass, but
You are always talking out of your ass.
yeah, pretty much.
All right, so we've got.
99 said, how would China improve the scene since the game is different? I think it would just introduce a whole bunch of money.
Yeah,
into
I think
the game.
that's the main thing that China's going to change. If it's successful in
Wearing
China,
coats.
then everyone at Psyonix is wearing mink coats. They've got gold-plated shoes. There will be
Stomping
a new
around.
building erected in downtown San Francisco called Psyonix Tower.
Okay.
This is if Rocket League sells in China.
If they could afford that.
Yeah,
I mean, let's be real.
No, they will be able to build it out of gold
Yeah?
bars.
There's nowhere else to build
If
things in San Francisco.
China and microtransactions mix very
Maybe,
well.
maybe they'll make so much money they could create new land in San Francisco
Yeah, they'll just fill in the bay.
because there's
and
just no more.
Well, that's what that's
four
what a lot of
square
San Francisco
Yeah,
is.
exactly.
It's kind of gross.
We just need China involvement and a China #1 quick chat, and we'll just get a giant tsunami of players.
Yeah, no, that's an option. And then also, 23 Shredder Gaming says, could Yukio be the first KBM world champ? I think that's possible.
Easily.
I guess.
Easily.
But
Or Torsos.
yeah, make China topic every week. We'll touch on China. Don't worry, we'll touch on China.
Until
We
they
should
make
have-
it.
We should have the China update every week. The China.
How's China
update.
doing?
China's pretty good.
China's good
The
so
next
far.
8 weeks.
All right, guys, we
nothing
have
is
to pick
improved.
somebody to host. There's pretty much everyone and their mom is
Yo,
streaming right
hold on.
now.
Listen, real quick. Is Lando still streaming? He's
Yes.
going to be
Oh,
on
right,
next
right,
week, right?
yeah. Chat.
Oh yeah.
Chat,
okay,
chat, chat.
we'll
We
host
got to
him.
chat.
McLando
Boys.
is going to be with us this next show.
With me.
With you.
All right, we're gonna
on
raid
your side of the
McLando.
table.
Everybody, get your pitchforks out. Get ready to stab him up.
We'll be able to.
Stab him up. You ready? Is everyone ready? You got your pitchforks?
I'm ready.
We're raiding. You got him, Moopy?
Yep.
You got it?
Wait, it's unplugged. I forgot.
All
I
right,
don't
no,
have
that's
internet.
all right. It's all right. Yep.
I'll go on my phone,
The
I'll go on my
Wi-Fi
phone.
died. Everybody, we're doing it. We're going to Lando. We got to help him get
Let's
partnered.
go.
We got to get him partnered.
Get him partner, boys.
Let's do it.
Better.
Is he not
We're
partnered
going.
already?
Sure.
Exactly. That's what everyone says.
That's crazy.
All right, you can kill the stream, Grant.
All right.
Thank you.